Welcome back to Bearcast. Today our topic is confidence and self-esteem.
So, with confidence, whenever we're talking about it, it is the same meaning as self-esteem. So, we might interchange those words, but if you hear self-esteem, it means the same exact thing.
People who...
What?
I stared at Lily's face and she was red and she was dying.
And that's what I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna start this again.
Don't say confidence and self-esteem! Oh my gosh! Because then what I'm saying
I didn't even
basically
realize I
doesn't
said
even... Okay. You want to do the intro?
No.
Exactly.
Why am I the only one who does the intro? Alright. Maybe. Maybe.
I'm done. I'm so done. Oh. I thought it said Jared Ritchie. I was about to be like...
Really?
No, it wasn't. It was Julia Reynolds. But...
Welcome back to Bearcast. Today our topic is self-esteem and confidence. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same. Oh yeah.
Don't say that. Our topic is
Yo,
confidence.
I got a
And
20
then
out of 20 on it.
Shut up.
Shut up,
And then I can...
boy.
Oh.
She tried to murder me.
What are we gonna tell Miss Flicker if she walks in here?
I'm so sorry. We just are having a really rough time.
Yeah.
It's not
It all
going
includes
great.
the stop recording button.
All right, ready. Ready, Freddy.
Did you say ready, Freddy?
Shut up.
We don't have a lot of time.
Welcome back to Bearcast. Today our topic is confidence.
Whenever we say confidence, it means the same thing as self-esteem. So we might interchange those words, but just know it means the same exact thing.
People who lack self-esteem are likely to engage in self-deprecating behaviors.
People who lack self-esteem also become very negative and start to use thinking errors.
Some people have too much self-esteem.
People with too much self-esteem can become or come off as a narcissist.
Everyone needs a healthy, even amount.
Everyone needs a healthy, even amount of self-esteem.
Oh, my brain wasn't working.
It's okay, true.
Ahem.
So, let's kind of go into some details with those. Alyssa, you want to start?
Some people have way too much self-esteem, or and that. Oh my gosh. Well, it all went sideways when he couldn't figure out what the heck this last line said.
Well, because you said everyone needs a healthy, even amount of self-esteem, and my brain was thinking,
No, I said people with too much self-esteem.
well, and then this
can
was wrote down
become-
for me to say.
Yeah.
And my brain, just broke and was like, why would I need even number?
All right.
And not
we
an
need
odd
to change
number.
one of two because that went by way too fast. So we should stop and go into detail about
Okay, so let's go into detail about them as we do
while
it.
we read through them.
All right, let's go.
And the discussion
I'm
just
taking
be
my goldfish. You
our
had another
sto-
bag.
Well, you don't want to eat that one.
Okay.
Welcome back to Not Confidence.
Welcome back to confidence.
Oh, by the way, we're not going into detail about the first one because
No, really, didn't know that.
That's Lindley did the intro.
Welcome back to Bearcast. Today our topic is confidence.
So whenever we say confidence, it means the same thing as self-esteem. So if we interchange those words, it means the exact same.
We're going to go into some facts about confidence, starting with people who lack self-esteem are likely to engage in self-deprecating behaviors. So what does that mean, Dylan?
What is self-deprecating? I mean, honestly, I'm not positive on that one.
I am not 100%, but I think it kind of means rewarding or
Depriving or
no,
depriving?
deprecating isn't rewarding. Deprecating
Isn't
is
it losing?
well, I think they start to become skittish or something. Like, they don't want to be around anybody because they lack the confidence to do things around people.
Yeah.
I can't find the definition, guys. It's not
Don't
coming up.
take our word for that.
You can
We'll
look it
come
up.
back to
We
that.
have no idea.
We'll come back to that.
People who lack self-esteem also become very negative and start to have thinking errors,
Do either of y'all know what a thinking error is?
Like, you kind of guess yourself.
like a blonde moment.
Actually, no. A
Oh.
thinking error can be something of 100 different things. There are over like 100 thinking errors, I'm pretty sure. But a thinking error is when like you think nobody loves you. That's a thinking error. Or that everything just goes bad for just you.
Okay, I just looked up what a thinking error
have
is.
thinking
And a
errors
thinking error
sometimes.
happens when your thoughts and reality don't match up, often without you even realizing.
I got you. So, a thinking error can be filtering, which is a mental filtering and draining and straining all positives in a situation. So, even if you're having the best day ever and you're at Disney World and you're riding a ride and nothing is going wrong, you still have a negative thought about everything and what could happen. Or polarization, which is thinking about yourself and the world all in the wrong way. Discounting the positive, which is similar to mental filtering. The main difference is that you dismiss something that has no value when you don't think of positive aspects. There are tons of thinking errors. Y'all can look that up if y'all want to, and most likely you've had one at some point, because everybody has a thinking error.
So the next one is some people have too much self-esteem, which very true. Like if you are at your school, I'm sure you know of someone that has too much self-esteem.
What could happen if you have too much self-esteem?
You think I would say kind of like you're perfect, like you're, I don't know.
Think too good about yourself, maybe
Yeah.
start thinking bad about other people and start...
Yeah, like you think you're all that, like you think you're perfect.
I imagine having too much confidence or self-esteem as you need confidence to push yourself to do everyday things. You need confidence to push yourself to do scary things. If you were to jump off of a mountain into like an ocean, like, people do that as sports and having fun. You need confidence to jump off that mountain, and I think if people have too much self-esteem, they can put themselves in danger. People with too much self-esteem can become or come off as a narcissist. Does anybody know what a narcissist is? Trip.
I've heard it.
I've heard it.
I think we've all heard it.
It's on Criminal Minds.
Yeah, it is. Anybody want to take a swing at what that is?
I don't know, goes into Criminal Minds, and the first thing my brain goes to is death. So,
Death?
I have the definition.
Go for it.
A person who has an excessive interest in or admiration of themselves.
So
Yeah, I mean, if you have too much confidence, then yeah, they have.
can you
too
go
much
into it
interest.
deeper? Is there any other examples in that? Please.
The only example is that, in a sentence, is narcissists who think the world revolves around themselves. So I don't know.
So they think that they're special. Okay. Trip.
everyone needs a healthy, even amount of self-esteem.
Yeah, so like she was saying about the whole cliff thing, which I mean I would never do. But you need a good amount of confidence so that you don't think like you're always doing something wrong, but you don't need too much to where you think you're everything. You
So
need
you
just
just-
a healthy amount to where
Enough to push yourself to do things, but enough to also back off when you know that what you're doing is wrong or could put yourself in danger. Let's go into the percentages.
Alrighty. So percentages, we have normal, high, and low. The normal percentage is 55%.
The percentage for high is 36.67%.
And the percentage for low is 8.33%.
So not many people, which not true, because there's like 7.8 billion people in the world. Having low self-esteem, I think, could be really bad because it's hard to push yourself to. Some people do things every day and they don't realize it, but you are using your confidence constantly, and if you lack that self-esteem, I feel like the world, you just kind of feel defeated, and
without any self-esteem, like, you're not gonna have as much fun because you're not gonna go out and do the stuff that maybe some people with a normal amount of like confidence would.
I feel like people who have low self-esteem would worry about getting hurt and just everything that comes with it, all the factors of sports or swimming. I mean, people who do dance, cheer, that's a sport, by the way. Dance, cheer, football, soccer, baseball, softball, any sort of sport, even the rare ones like skydiving, swimming, ocean swimming, the ones that go like really deep. Surfing.
Tennis.
Yeah, tennis.
That's one that a lot of people don't think about. Hockey.
Yeah. Golf. All of the things. If you don't have that self-esteem, I feel like you're going to be missing out on a lot. And a part of having friends is making that bond with them and doing things with them. So when you lack that, I feel like you're just kind of lonely.
Alright, so we're going to kind of like go into our own stories with self-esteem, seeing people, like, if they don't have self-esteem, seeing how you kind of like, how you can tell. So, have y'all ever, like, seen someone that you know doesn't have high self-esteem? I know I have, like, in my dance studio. Like, there have been people, like, don't really believe in themselves, and they always think that they're doing something wrong, they don't think that they're good, and, like, they bring themselves down because they think they're doing awful, when really they're not.
This is not calling anybody out, but people, I feel like, who wear hoodies over their head are the ones who hide from the world. And this is not something that everybody does at all. Or if you do wear a hood, I'm not saying this is you, but some who put a hood on to try and cover themselves and mask their face, I feel like lack self-esteem.
Yeah, and there are different, like, kinds of, like, confidence and self-esteem. There's, like, you personally, things you do, like, how you talk to people. Like, there can be multiple things that you're confident and not confident in. And so some people aren't confident in how they, like, look and, like, all that kind of stuff. So they might, like, try to mask it. Like, masks during COVID, that was a big thing. I saw a lot of people being like, hey, this saves me. Like,
yeah, a lot of people actually enjoyed having masks on because then people couldn't see part of their face until
and they thought that
hiding.
Was, yeah, they liked that, which is honestly really sad.
Yeah.
Do y'all have anything about, like, people without confidence? Like, if you've seen it in the school, out places?
Trip, anything? No.
No, not really anything that there is to add to what y'all have said.
What about people with high self-esteem? Have you seen anybody like that?
No, because everybody I know has a low self-esteem.
Including you?
Yes.
Including you?
Yeah.
All right, then.
I think I have a normal to high self-esteem.
Yeah, you do.
I wouldn't say fully high, but definitely in that in-between.
Apparently, I have high. So says Haley.
You have, yeah. I mean, not...
You're the one who shoves me to do everything that you don't want to do.
So, I think where that came from is just, like, dance, honestly. Like, being put in something and, like, growing up with it. Sports really do help with self-esteem. And, like, a lot of people say that whenever you're about to try out, like, in the packets. You know, a lot of them say that they help with confidence. And honestly, that is so true. Like, performing in front of people and all that, it really...
Sports puts you in a family, on a team with a family who you can trust and they can trust you and you support each other, and that is what helps raise self-esteem and confidence, because you walk onto that stage and you're scared to death, but you have your team cheering you on, and that is what matters, and that is how you get through it. You get through life with your parents not cheering you on necessarily, but helping you through it and supporting you through it and showing you how to do it.
I know with my dance team, a good amount of those girls I've been with since I was 3, and like, I don't know, like they're my family, they're my second family, and they will go over anyone else any day.
And I think that goes with all families. Your family by blood, your friends, your sports teams, your church families. If you go to church, if you just find a good group to stick with, that will help you a lot.
Yeah.
But I think that's it for today.
Yes.
We look forward to next week's podcast. And thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.